Hello, everyone. My name is Lisa, and today I really just want to kind of talk about what my last 24 hours has been like, because it's really been an intense and fulfilling and loving experience. So I don't know if anybody else can relate to this, but it seems like there's a lot of things that you hear a lot, like growing up, kind of interweaved with the conditioning, you know. I think it's probably a good kind of conditioning, though. But you hear something over and over again that, it's true, but it's like, how do I get there, you know? So right now, like in real time for me, what I've really been working on for a couple years now is presence, you know? I read The Power of Now and A New Earth by Eckhart Tolle. I like him a lot, if you can't tell already. And then, I started interweaving some of those practices into my life. And I watch a lot of YouTube videos that are on his channel that he does. So it's like been something that I've really been trying to understand and do. I also really like Aaron Dottie. And he also says a lot of the things that Eckhart Tolle talks about. And it's like, yesterday I just realized that it really all comes down to being here now. Like, whatever's going on for you in this moment, be completely present with it. Like, I feel like a lot of the times, especially for me, like whenever I'm feeling a negative emotion, like anger, frustration, sadness, like there's a resistance to it, at least initially. And I believe that comes from, being raised to not be angry. Like if you get angry, you get in trouble. If you're crying, I'm going to give you something to cry about, sort of thing. So it makes sense that there would be this resistance within us. But the truth of it is that we all have these emotions, and they are not inherently bad. So like whenever you're angry, it's trying to show you that you're being mistreated. When you're sad, it's trying to show you that like you cared, you loved something, And so these emotions, when you make that switch, a lot starts to change. Then you can actually be present with the emotions. So even if you're like having a tough time right now, just like feeling into your body and being totally in it, like whatever it is. If it's, extreme joy, then be in that. And if it's extreme disturbance, sit in it. Be there for it. And what I've learned is that the more that we do this, I think that the reason we aren't present, and this is really the thing that I think I've discovered in the last day. It's like, I'm still trying to figure out how to say it and stuff. So pardon me if it is a little like not put together yet, because I'm still processing. But the thing that makes us not present, like that was where I was at. Like I want to be present, and like there are like little glimmers of times where I was present, and I really enjoyed those moments. But it was like just like split moments, and then I would go back off to wherever we go whenever we're not present, the past, the future, this, that, and the other, right? So The reason that we're not present, and see, I've already lost it. We'll come back to that. We're not present because we don't feel safe in our body to be present. We don't trust ourselves to take care of ourselves, because whenever we are like in a negative state, for me, this is what happened with me. When I'm in the negative state, I'm like, no, I don't want it. Like resistance, right? And I've heard this, what you resist persists, and I can attest to that. Like, it doesn't go away. Like, it will come back in a different way or the same way until you learn. So there's really no point on resisting it anyway, unless you like to suffer. But through being present, even in the times of distress, really kind of like proves to yourself that you're showing up for yourself. And in doing that, it creates safety in your body so that you can be present. Man. So I've been practicing, for a while now. Whenever I get a negative emotion, I feel the resistance initially, and then I welcome it. I let it get bigger. I look at it with curiosity and respect. It is serving a purpose. Like, the feeling is in my body. The feeling is real. So that was where, whenever, 10 years ago, I'd be like, no, I shouldn't be sad right now. There's no reason to be sad. There's no reason to be angry. Even though I was, instead of looking at it and saying, hey, why is this in here going on? And really, it's still my initial reaction to kind of resist it and be like, why am I feeling this way again? I thought I've already done this. But as I welcome it and allow it, and then meet the needs that are underlying, trying to be met by the inner child in me and the inner soul, really. We can say it's a child, but this full-grown version of me also wants to be loved and worthy and valued. So whenever I give those things to myself, it's showing myself that I'm a safe place to be. And that is how you create presence. That's how you, I've been present, y'all, for 24 hours straight. And it is wild. I went to Publix today, and it was I had a really good conversation with the sandwich maker. And then there was a few people in the aisles that were talking to me. The person who checked me out was very different. She received me very differently than normal. And I saw an old friend there. That was cool. And then I took the food to school to have lunch with my kids. And it was every single person wanted to say hello. And it's just such a weird experience for me. And normally that would make me uncomfortable too, but I was digging it today. It's so interesting, y'all. So yeah, to be present, I thought it was something that you can just force yourself to do, but I think there's more to it than that. You can't be present in your body if your body's I don't like you, get the fuck out, right? So to your soul, your inner child, your inner being, your you-ness, I think another big part of this too was I made the jump to just trusting who I am. And instead of like trying to cover it. I've been expressing a lot more and just really trusting that even though I may not know what I have to say will land a certain way or to a certain person, just trusting that it's going to go where it needs to go and do what it needs to do. And all I have to do is do what I feel like I need to do. And that kind of, like, I gave myself permission to be me. Like, it might be too much for some, and that's okay. Like, I get that. I'm too much for me sometimes. That'll be the next thing I'm working on. But, yeah, being safe in your body allows you to be present. So then, how to create safety in the body. I can probably go on forever about that. But yeah, that's where I'm at. I'm present. I'm here. I'm me. And I'm excited to be that. Like, it's okay. What a relief. So exciting. Bye.